I forgot to turn my microphone back on. And my stream is being just absolutely retarded, but whatever. Anyway, so Justin Ricardo Tassi. I'm probably saying that totally wrong. But let's get back to what I was saying. Hopefully this is a continuation of the stream. Guess we'll find out. Oh boy. Alright. It never works the way you want it to when people start calling you. Oh, look at that. Print's done. Print's done. And my stream is being stupid here. We get crap for speeds now, and I'm like stupid disappointed in this. I could not tell you why it doesn't work. I really couldn't. But it just takes so stupidly long for this stream to load. Dumbest thing I've ever seen. Anyway, by the time I actually get this to be live, it isn't going to matter. So, basically, my print here just finished. So let's go over that really quick. I can probably show you using that camera, actually. Okay, and I know I've mentioned this before in a previous stream. A lot of hosing I need to deal with here. So let's just go over it one more time because I can, and because it's a way to fill this up. Because to be honest, guys, I don't have another video ready for you guys yet. I wish I did. Anyway, so this is my sluice box, and I know unfortunately you can't see it from there. Let's transition over to making this guy. I'm going to shrink this down real quick just so we have a bit more viewing area, but I'll leave it open. All right. So basically, this is my sluice box, and I put a lot of work into this. I just finished printing off another water module, which is one of these guys here. Now there are two styles to this currently. There is the 3-hole and the 2-hole, and they do have different outputs. So basically, you can use either 2 or 3 pumps to make this run. I'll show you in here. Let me take out what's in here so I don't just dump it on the floor and make a mess of everything here. Okay. So there are the 3 pumps. To give you an idea, they are extremely small, but I was trying to make this thing as small as possible, so I guess that worked. I'm going to head back to my main channel because I'm not even sure if my stream is still going. Stupid as that. streamed 9 minutes ago. I'm going to break that one off. Just give me a second here. Delete. Alright, so dashboard, view channel, and I should be, for the most part, back up and running. Alright. Seems to be lagging a little bit behind, but that's what it is. Sorry I'm not sorry this doesn't sound quite as professional as I'd like it to be. Alright. I got to return a fan to TH3D. I ended up getting the wrong fan in the mail. My fan right here, actually, you can't. You're gonna have a hard time seeing it on the stream here. But my fan for the hot end on my E12, I don't know how I did it, but I ended up breaking one of the blades off, and so then it was off center and it was wobbling. It was making a lot of noise. It wouldn't work well, so I had to break off 2, 4, 5 more blades to make the entire thing basically even, so that when it rotated, it wasn't offset with any mass anywhere. So basically, I had to break off more fan blades to make it work. How stupid is that? But whatever. So back to the thing at hand. I'll deal with that a little bit later. So I want to give you guys a rundown on this at the moment. So this sluice box is basically, it's my first attempt, and I think it'll work great. So far, everything's been fitting perfectly, which is amazing to say the least. This is not meant to get you rich, I guess, is kind of how you'd say it. It's more of a hobby. You can play with it, you can learn from it, but it's not going to, you're not going to throw enough material through this to get a lot of gold. That's just the way it is. This does take an extremely long time to print, and I'm a little disappointed with that, but, you know, I have the instant gratification issue. So 3 small pumps, which are 120 liter per hour pumps. They run on 6 volts, so I have 4 AA batteries in a little box here. So I'm not going to pull it out because I got to tuck all the wires back in. Yeah, I'll do it. It's fine. Let me get it out here. Alright. And I'll try to get the wires and everything out so I can show you guys what's going on with this. You can tell once it's together, you kind of want it to stay together. It's not meant to be taken apart constantly. That one's out. Something getting stuck. I just got to figure out what order these things are going to come apart in. There, I think that's it. I tucked it all away so well that now I can't even get it out. This is where dental picks come in handy. You'll have to excuse me a second while I figuring out what is going on here. This is why generally once you put it in, you leave it in. So. Okay, so I know I did a better job than this. I may need to make this opening a little bigger in the future. There we go. Jeez. Well, I got it, for what it's worth. All right, so all right, so here we have the battery pack here. I just dropped crap. Which is 4 rechargeable AA batteries. Each of these are 1,350 milliamp apiece. These are not NiCad, they are nickel metal hydride. So these should last a good portion of the day of working with this if you decide you want to go that long. I'm deciding not to put the screw in that actually holds this box together just to make it easier to take apart and charge the batteries. And the 3 pumps here are extremely small, and they use a 1/4 inch inner diameter nylon hose. Or vinyl hose. Nylon hose. What am I talking about? Anyway, so I have somewhere, this is on my flexible hose. Here we go. So here is my original hose. This stuff is not, yeah, this stuff hurts. It's very stiff, and the problem I ran into was it doesn't like to change its shape very well. It decides it just wants to go back. So when if I have it sitting up here for a long time in the position that it needs to be, there we go. So I have it sitting up in the position that it needs to be, and then I want to move it down. It doesn't like that. It wants to go back up, which means it pops out the water module out of the sluice tray. Well, that could be a problem. So I got this crazy flexible hose, which is, as you can tell, it's much more flexible. This should work a lot better. And I can actually add extra length just if I want to. But this stuff I can curl up like this, and I can stick down in this section. Here, I'll even lower this a little bit more. Laptop webcam, it's amazing, isn't it? So I can curl it up and I can put it inside here, and when I take it out, it's not all kinked up. That's really nice. This stuff is so stiff that if I do this, I'll try to get this on video. Watch right here. Good. See that? Now when this sits, even for 20 minutes, you now have a kink in it, which means the flow is not going to work. It has to be straight and open. So when I'm trying to tuck this thing in here, if I were to get all 3 lengths of hose in where it's at, you'll notice that it's got a kink in it. And that's no good. So I had this stuff. It was cool. I got it from a local hardware shop, but I'm not going to be using that anymore. We're going to be using this flexible stuff. I love this much better. So I have, obviously I got quite a bit of it here. I need to cut it to length, but we'll get there. I don't think I've ever actually had hose that had this much Chinese writing on it, or Japanese. I have no idea. Foreign, Asian writing? I don't know. If that's racist, I'm sorry. I really don't know. I honestly am not sure which one that is. But so, like I said, everything in here was printed and was designed to print with no supports. So there's no cleanup or anything to be done here. I'm temporarily going to close out the Pi camera really quick, just so we have a full view here. And I will make it so it comes back when I need it. But, and yeah, so in here is the spare tray with another, this is a Scotch-Brite scouring pad. And with that is just a replacement to go in here. So the idea is that the working water is in here. And what you want is any debris that's left over that you're not filtering out. And I don't know why that's continuing to go. That's dumb. Anything that's filtering out, you don't want to get back in here and get back inside the pump and damage the pump. Now, not that these are expensive, but it's just one more thing that you have to, in my case, I have them soldered together to make the connections stronger. So I don't want to have to take it all apart to change out one. That's trying to save the pumps. And you could also put in a bigger pump, I guess, if you want. But so that is basically just filter material. And the spare slot is so you can just take one. Or if you have, a spare pump also, you can stick in a spare pump. You can put some other things in here. So that's what this is for. And it's designed to fit. Real nice. I haven't filled this with water yet. I will get to that. That'll be another time. And who is texting me? My professor from college. Okay. Back into my email real quick. Cool beans. Awesome. All right. I'm taking astronomy this semester, so my last GE physics requirement. But yes, so I will hopefully get some stuff printed tonight, enough so that I can actually get this thing fully tested. That's my goal. So I'm going to tuck all this back in here real quick, just so that I have it out of the way. And yes, these literally, I can probably show you in the camera here. These just drop right in, like that. And as you can tell, they all face out this way, so none of the hoses get in the way of each other. I turn this around. Battery pack has the switch on one side. This simply drops in here. As you can tell, there's very little play, if any, and the switch sits right in there. Now, if you look at it from the top, you'll notice there's a bit of a cutaway right here. This is on purpose. I cut on this side, not on the side over here, because the position that it's in, which is on this side, is off. I wanted to make it easier to turn it off and not as easy to turn it on. So you actually have to get in there with your nail a little bit, turn it on, but off is just like that. So if something happens, you all right, so we should be up and running with a much better stream. although it's lagging behind for some reason. Well, stream health seems to be okay. Okay. Well, that's definitely better. Okay. I just lowered the bitrate a little bit. So I think we are much better off now. So if you guys are still getting issues, let me know, but I think we are good to go. Live streaming, let me check my rate here. It's saying I'm still getting a lot of dropped frames, but I'm running at 11 megabyte a second. How is the stream bad? Okay, well, I think it might be time to call my provider and figure out what's going on, because this is bad. Alright, it seems to be okay now that I'm starting. We're going to let this run for a second. What I did was I switched from the primary YouTube ingest server to the backup. And hopefully that works. So far it's telling me my stream health is good. It's all green now instead of the red crap that I had before, but I still get a lot of loading. And video output low. Is not receiving enough video. Well, there's no way that's happening. Which is just, that's dumb. You know damn well you're receiving enough. I really don't want to pay more for internet, you know what I'm saying? Alright, well, alright, I tried. With that, guys, second time around, I'll let you go. I need to call them. I will see you guys.